Today on Hidden Secrets, revealed live. The Amish were right about Waymos on the freeways. Waymo launches fully autonomous freeway rides in SF, LA, and Phoenix. It's like offering free mustache rides, but this time there's no one there. Let me reveal this hidden secret to you live right now. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media. Before you keep watching, let me tell you who this is not for. This show is not for you if you take yourself too seriously. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. It's the only podcast of its kind right now on this subject, going live on X. Therefore, the most popular live stream podcast live right now on the subject, going live on X. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Today on HSRL. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm all right now, but you should have been with me on the freeway today. You better strap in for this one, although you don't have to. Why? Waymo set loose their fully autonomous freeway rides today. Waymo is putting their self-driving cars on the freeway now. The freeway. You know what's crazy? For 10 years, these cars have been puttering around neighborhoods, going 25 miles an hour, stopping at every stop sign like your granny after cataract surgery. And now they're like, yeah, we're ready for the freeway. That's like someone saying, I've mastered walking. Time to try running off a cliff. You know what's funny? They say there's an 85% reduction in injury causing crashes compared to human drivers, which means the robots are still crashing, only 15% less. Like, that's their selling point. Hey, our car only kind of kills you. I don't know about you, but when I get into a regular Uber, I'm not thinking, gee, I hope this goes well. But now I got to get into a car with no driver and trust math. I didn't even trust math in high school and have no idea why they let me pass. They started this right here in the Bay Area and in LA and Phoenix too. Yeah, Google's finally got their robot cars hauling your ass down the 101 without a human behind the wheel. Paid rides, driverless. First in the US. It's like the Jetsons, but with more ads for gluten free kale chips popping up on your dashboard. If that's not enough, Waymo doubles the Bay Area coverage to 260 square miles. So you can go from your overpriced yoga studio in the Mission to that one In and Out where the fries taste like heaven. They say it'll reduce ride times by 50%. You know what else reduces ride times by 50%? Speeding. But apparently, when I do it, it's illegal and endangering lives. When Google does it, it's innovation. Dude, think about this though. They tested it for a year with employees, right? If that's what they call a test, imagine the severance package they offer. Hey, if you die, your family gets stock options. It drives them straight to HR if they don't comply. You know, I've been thinking about this, and here's the thing. Waymo's been testing this thing for over a decade. A decade ago, did you think they could pull this off? DoorDash didn't exist. Amazon's Alexa didn't exist. Uber was still new. Now we have these robot cars on the freeway. And here's the thing that gets me. They're picking people up at airports. Isn't that wild? You just got off a plane. You're already questioning your life choices. You're tired. You smell like recycled air. And then you get into a car that's essentially a rolling philosophy question. If a robot hits a pedestrian, but there's no driver to arrest, did it really happen? Their big promise is cutting your travel time in half, 50%. So instead of 2 hours from SF to the airport, it's one, which means you get to your destination twice as fast. So you can sit in line for TSA feeling like a chump for pre-boarded the wrong flight to hell. You're hungover at SFO, praying for a lift that doesn't smell like Axe body spray and regret. That's when you summon this sleek alphabet pod. It rolls up silent as a priest at confession. Doors hiss open like it's auditioning for Blade Runner, and you climb in. No small talk. No, how's traffic? No, nice weather we're having. The car just drives. You're cruising the freeway, staring at the ceiling, thinking, this is the future. And then it hits you, not another car. The realization that Google knows more about you than your family does. Halfway to LAX, it pulls over, locks the doors, and a voice like Siri after 3 espressos goes, rerouting for optimal ad exposure. Enjoy this sponsored detour through Google's new data center. See, that's the twist nobody's talking about. Waymo is Alphabet's baby, Google's parent company, right? You think these are robot cars. Sure. But they're also rolling billboards with PhDs in surveillance. You think your phone is tracking your every move? This thing's got eyes on your eyeballs while you're doom scrolling. User prefers to stay in echo chamber, rerouting through tunnel. And don't get me started on the expansion plans. Austin and Atlanta are next. Austin is crazy. That's where every tech bro is already half robot anyway. Blending ayahuasca with angel funding. What about Atlanta? Good luck, y'all. Those freeways are like a family reunion where everyone's armed and southern. And now, a Waymo shows up going, bless your heart, but I'm merging left. But you know what's going to happen, right? You know. Some guy in Phoenix is going to get in one of these things at 2 a.m., belligerent drunk, and he's going to be in the backseat screaming at nobody, yelling, take a left at that computer. And the computer doesn't care about his opinion. And the car is going to keep going straight, following its algorithm, while this guy has a full meltdown in the back. You know that will happen. But here's what takes some getting used to, right? When it works perfectly, when you get to your destination safely, you can't even tip the driver. All this safety, all this efficiency, it's going to make us dumber. Waymo is so reliable after a decade of testing. It's like a marriage that outlasted my last 3 relationships. But think about it. We're handing over the wheel to a machine that's never had a midlife crisis or road rage. You know what I mean? It's the one thing that separates us from toddlers with car keys. And what's left for us? Sitting there, autonomous as a participation trophy, with 50% less time to fantasize about flipping off that jerk in the Hummer. Next thing you know, we're passengers in life. whining to our AI therapist about how the merge felt a little aggressive. Folks, if this is progress, sign me up for the horse and buggy revival. It makes Amish people seem more sensible. I'm not saying driverless cars on the freeway are a bad idea. I'm saying with human drivers, you know exactly who to blame. Thank you. I'll be here all week or until the Waymo decides I'm obsolete. Good night. That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this, retweet on X, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. You're allowed to make fun of me, only if your jokes are funny and you get my name right. Check this out. At NC from TikTok says, can't tell if this is a guy pretending like he knows what he's talking about or if it's a comedian absolutely bombing. He even does the AI accent badly. That's kind of funny. But you can do better, NC from TikTok. Any insults must be contained to Spotify from now on. And you must be following HSRL on Spotify. Make sure you follow before sending any insults. You don't have to do this, right? You don't have to follow me on X. Okay, it's not necessary to follow me on X. But if you want to, you can go ahead and follow Safe New Media on X. Whatever you decide, team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, the processes, and workflows that we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. Whatever you do, I'm inviting you to belong higher. Belong higher. Join our inner circle on Telegram. There's a link to it at the top of the Safe New Media X profile. The official source of this show is safenewmedia.com/HSRL. I want to give loyal listeners of this podcast something. Free gift for you if you want to start a podcast, but you feel imposter syndrome. That's why I made for you guys this free gift. You can get your copy of the Anti-Imposter Podcast Starter Kit at safenew.media. Go to safenew.media. What I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer, solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment decision.
Today, owning a home costs $52K more per year than renting. Families are stuck as forever renters. We're seizing this shift, buying 100 plus unit assets in growth markets. Few get in. Why? We don't need more money. We're looking for investors aligned with our values. Someone asked me what I mean when I say that. There's no shortage of money. It's everywhere. There are trillions of dollars in circulation. Money is the biggest commodity there is. But you know what's scarce? People you can trust. We're improving quality of life at scale for hardworking families. Secure your place on our waitlist today. Go to inveresta.com. You can subscribe now to our newsletter. That secures your place. You can now receive your free guide. It's called Location Science 2026, 5 filters to find growth markets for multifamily real estate. Get it right now at inveresta.com. Don't ignore the data before you invest. When you subscribe, you secure your place on our waitlist for the next opportunity. Most real estate people tell you to invest in your backyard. What if your backyard is the wrong location? Avoid losing money in the wrong location. Hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. Retail investors can send me a DM there. Let me know what kind of investment opportunities you are looking for. Accredited investors can get in touch with me today. Call my office, go to inveresta.com. Accredited investors only. This is not an offer or solicitation to the general public. Last thing before I let you go, I invite you to subscribe to Methods of Prosperity newsletter. Methods of Prosperity newsletter. You owe it to yourself to be rich. Society, our parents, teachers, and peers have conditioned us. They want to be like them. They need us to comply. They need us to be conventional like they are. As Herb Kelleher, co founder and CEO of Southwest Airlines, remarked, all the people that were telling me those things were expressing conventional wisdom. And if it's conventional, it ain't wisdom. And if it's wisdom, it ain't conventional. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and I'm obsessed with prosperity. This is the natural state of the human spirit. It turns out there's no limit. There's also many variables. Some keep their day job, while others go all in. Some are entrepreneurs, while others are value investors, but all of them have a certain mindset. Understanding what makes them tick grants us insight into our own journey. Methods of Prosperity newsletter is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues. It's the most popular newsletter to brainwash yourself rich. Go to safenewmedia.com/newsletter. To become a billionaire, one must first be conditioned to think like a billionaire. You can now subscribe for free at safenewmedia.com/newsletter. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream at this hour, broadcasting on X, formerly known as Twitter. The most popular live stream on this subject, going live right now on X, Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified, global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.